Antonio.
What's up, man?
How are you?
I'm great.
How are you enjoying Atlanta?
Oh man, I love Atlanta. I have some friends from here. Ron Jucão. So it's a good place, good environment here.
Awesome. A few days from the fight. How you feeling? How's your body feeling?
Well, body feeling good. I'm not cutting a lot of weight anymore. So fighting 205 is like I'm feeling heaven. Just like cutting 15 pounds, so just ready for fight.
With the move up to light heavyweight, are you putting on more weight so that the cut will get harder, or no?
Not really. I just walk around the same way I used to, walk around when I used to fight 185. I walk around like 218, 220, something like this. So just the same, just less work now to cut this weight.
Awesome. The last fight did not last long. Was that the plan? Like, did you think it was gonna be a quick fight?
I thought it could be, you know what I mean? I think just be ready when the chance present itself, and it did. I didn't let it go, so I get the submission. Finish fast, get the 6 points. Now I don't need to worry a lot about the points or whatever. Just about the fight, just the winning. What can I do to get a winning on next Friday?
Awesome. With Bruce, how do you like the matchup?
I think it's a good matchup. Everybody here is good. And if you wanna be the champion, you cannot choose your opponents. You're gonna face not everybody, but you're gonna face the toughest guys in the division. So he's a tough guy. He's good in the ground. He's good in on the striking. So he's just paying attention in everything he's moving. Good eyes, and doing the cage, everything that we've been doing, these months at the gym. I think it's gonna work out. We're gonna get this win.
What did you think of his last fight?
I think he exposed himself a lot. You know what I mean? He liked to brawl sometimes. So these you get a little exposed, and that what I think happened. When you're in the light heavyweight, and some hand catch you it's kind of hard to hold, you know what I mean? So, yeah, you need to be a little more aware, I think.
Your teammate Josh is finally fighting on the PFL. How excited are you that you get to share a card with him?
Oh, it's great, man. It's great. I'm sharing the card with 4 guys, you know what I mean? So it's me, besides me, there's Josh, Omari, Haush, and Atan. So creates a good environment here, you know what I mean? We bring the good energy, we all training together, supporting each other. So this is really great. And seeing Josh fighting is awesome, It's gonna be his first fight in the PFL. He's gonna be fighting with Hamlet, some that I'm already know because we fought last year, for the belt. So his father, Conan, my head coach, also know his game. So we always train together, supporting each other at the gym. So it's gonna be pretty nice to watch him fighting.
Did you give Josh any tips?
For sure. We always exchange some knowledge, especially if you already fought the guy your friend is fighting. So, you're gonna give him the feeling, what I felt in the fight and stuff. And I definitely did a little bit.
Another American top team legend retired, Joanna. I just wanted your thoughts on her retirement.
Yeah, I love to see her fighting more, you know what I mean? But I know it's a big decision for her. It's not easy. But I think the feeling of becoming a mother is bigger. And I support her, She's a legend, great fighter, great human being. Whatever, she wants to do, we're going to support, She was always a great teammate, always supporting everybody, giving a good energy. He texted me today, let's go, shoot face, and it's always great, and just wish a great life, great motherhood, and that's it.
And finally, We got another clay collar main event, but when are we gonna get a shoe face main event?
I don't know, man. I hope I hope soon. You know what I mean? Well, the last fight I was not on the co-main. Now I'm the co-main. Maybe the next one we're gonna be the main event. You know?
Awesome, thank you.
Thanks, man.
When you come off of a fight that ends in just seconds, does that add pressure? Because now people are going to be expecting that every time, and that's not something you can keep delivering, right? What's that feel like?
Not at all. I don't put pressure on myself, especially because I don't go for a fight looking for like a first round finish or knockout, whatever. You know, I just I go for a fight to get the winning. You know, I go to the fight to fight 3 or 5 rounds. You know, so I don't think about it. You know, I don't put this pressure on myself. There is a lot of pressure already. You know, in the on the fight. So it's just go there. You know, do everything that you did at the gym. If the chance presents, you know, get it.
Who do you see in the finals? I'm assuming you're on one side. Who do you think you'll be facing?
Hard to tell, you know. I think Omari, you know, my great brother too, you know. I don't wanna, you know, fight him in the playoffs. We just gonna fight like, you know, we want to fight if it's for the belt. So it's, you know, then we gonna fight, and I think he's going to the final. You know, we train a lot, and I know how tough he is. So I think it's gonna be him.
If it was the two of you, would there have to be like a separation of training camp, or how would you?
I don't know. We train together, even here. Like we supporting each other. You know, we training together. We always train together. Maybe if we fight each other, like we do a different camp. But I don't think this is gonna happen. That is a good environment. You know, he's a friend. He's not just somebody that I know. He's a friend. Somebody that I really like it. You know, it's gonna be hard to fight him because, you know, it's not just fighting. It's a little emotional fighting a friend.
Thank you.
You're sitting as comfortably as possible with 6 points at the top of the division. Are you approaching this fight any differently, knowing that you don't need any extra points?
I think just like the pressure, you know, there's not much pressure about the points. Not that feeling about like expect what's gonna happen in the division, you know. So I just need to go there and get this winning. So I think if you see the scenario now, I just need to go there and win the fight, you know, even if it's by points, whatever. Like we go into the playoffs.
Are you expecting a bit of a rushed approach from your opponent, knowing that they need extra points now?
Definitely, you know, because if he wants to go to the playoffs, he need it, you know, he need the 6 points. So the first round, he's gonna come for the all-win, you know what I mean? So I'll be aware in the first round, especially, you know, because I know he wants to, you know, keep in the tournament.
I was down at the Atlanta location for American Top Team last week getting some sparring, and I know Jucal is super excited that all you guys are on the card. I mean, have you seen him this week? You got maybe any working with him?
No, it didn't work, but I saw him here. You know, we talk a lot about like the time that I spent in Thailand because he loves Thailand too. You know, we all train with Leo Elias. That's the coach that helped me a lot over there in Thailand. He's also like a great friend. You know, always helped me out when we are together. You know, we always train together. He loved training. You know, he loved what he does, and for sure he's gonna be here. He's gonna be watching. You know, and I hope we're gonna celebrate at the end.
I was gonna say, ever since you have joined the PFL, you've dominated. You're undefeated. What things do you think have changed to allow you to just kind of dominate the opposition that they put in front of you?
Well, first thing that changed was the weight division. You know, I don't lost a lot of weight anymore, and this makes a big difference. You know, man, you know. Physically makes a big difference. Emotionally, you know, it's pretty hard to do, like to lose a lot of weight. It messes with my emotional, you know what I mean? Now I'm more confident, you know, because I feel in the fight the same way I feel in the gym, you know. When I used to fight 185, I didn't feel the same because I feel like a full energy at the gym. When I get in the fight, I felt a little sick, you know what I mean? Like a little weak. Was not the same because I used to lose like 35 pounds was a lot, you know what I mean? So now I just come from like 15 pounds to cut. It's like easy, you know, eating normal, you know, training feeling like normal. You know what I mean? Doesn't change much. So this was a big difference for me for sure.
You mentioned your opponent being a bit pressured for points, and you also mentioned that they have a tendency at times to brawl. If they go out super aggressive against you, what kind of approach are you going to take to that?
I think keep the distance, keep it smart, close the distance in the right time, because if he comes, he's gonna expose himself for the punches, the takedowns, the everything. You know what I mean? When you like open, you expose yourself. Everything can happen. You know what I mean? So just pay attention, keep like my eyes like sharp, and do the work.
And your past two fights, you've also finished with submissions. If you were to submit your opponent in this fight, you have a particular favorite technique that you would like to use, or?
Not a favorite technique. Depend what he gives to me. You know what I mean? If he like give me his neck like that, maybe a guillotine, or a Darce choke, whatever. If I go to the back, a real naked choke, or I don't know, foot locks. Depend. Depend what he gonna give it to me. As I said, I never want to force anything. I just wanna see what he gonna give. What chances I gonna have, and then, I won't let it go. I'm gonna get it.
And without forcing a submission, but let's say like ideally, do you have like any particular one?
Well, my favorite position is the rear naked choke. You know what I mean? So it's always some place that I feel safe. If you see, most of my submissions was a rear naked choke. It's something that I do really good. I get a good back control, so I think would be the rear naked choke.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
Doc.
That's it?